Kirsten, as we await those official election totals, with just about a week from when the state Supreme Court actually has to certify the vote, we wanted some context on what we just saw happen over the past week. 8 News Now political expert and Review Journal politics editor Steve Sebelius joining us live from Henderson to talk about just how we got here. Hi, Steve. My first question, Senator Cortez Masto winning re-election with just those few thousand votes. Can you tell us about how important unions were in this race, particularly how culinary played a role in her victory?
Yeah, absolutely, David. It wasn't a coincidence that Catherine Cortez Masto held her victory speech at a Carpenters Union Hall surrounded by members of the Carpenters Union, Teamsters, SEIU, and of course the culinary. They were critical in her victory, especially the culinary. It has a political machine that was well funded, and they turned out people to knock on more than 1 million doors, which, by the way, is a record. So they have really played a big role in her race, and I think she acknowledged that on Sunday.
Quickly, before I ask you about the state legislature, sticking on this topic about Senator Cortez Masto, this is a really small margin of victory here. Did you expect this, or did you expect we would have seen a Senator-elect Laxalt?
Well, David, I'm not going to lie. I did expect a close margin, but I did not expect a margin this small. This is probably the smallest margin of victory in a statewide race in Nevada that I have seen in at least the last 20 years. So I did not see that coming.
Yeah. Tyrone, more people voted for none of these candidates, as we have in Nevada, than actually the margin between them. Quickly here, turning to the legislature, it appears Democrats will have that supermajority in the Assembly, and they'll also likely be in control of the Senate, which they have been for several cycles now. So what does this mean for both Democrats, then, of course, working with a Republican governor-elect? Will they be able to get anything done?
Well, whether they'll be able to get anything done, I think, is yet to be seen. But the stage is set for that. There's really no choice if they want to cooperate but to work together to reach across the aisle. Otherwise, we're looking at gridlock. We're looking at Democratic bills vetoed by a Republican governor. They don't have enough votes in the Senate to override a gubernatorial veto. So that suggests to me that they will have to work together to get things done. Remains to be seen, though, whether or not that's going to happen, starting with the governor's State of the State speech and when the legislature kicks off in February.
All right, Steve Sebelius, thank you so much. We'll see you back here in just a little bit. Now, nearly 2 days now since Cortez Masto declared victory, we haven't heard anything from her opponent, Republican Adam Laxalt. Also, take a look at this super close race. This is the District F race for Clark County Commission. 84 votes right now separating incumbent Justin Jones from his challenger Drew Johnson. So this is why every vote counts. To find all of our election coverage, our local coverage, you can use your cell phone camera to scan this QR code right there on your screen. It'll take you over to 8newsnow.com. If you missed the code, don't worry, we will have it again in just about 15 minutes.
Calendar says November